Okay, could you tell me a little bit about your ranching business and how you got into it?
Well, we've been in the lemon and avocado business for a long time. I was in the cattle business in high school. My dad was in it. My family's been in it for a long time, and then I kind of got back into it about 30 years ago. So we have cattle on 4 different ranches around Ventura County. So that's and it's more of probably a disease than a business. So.
Okay. And then, what is your favorite part about being a rancher, and why?
Just being able to get out and be out and about, and you get to see incredible things nature-wise, and it's just a great place. When it's a good family thing, you get to do it with your family, and the kids get to go help you and learn. The grandkids are going in with now and helping me, so it's something to do.
That's great. Is every day different, would you say?
Mostly.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly.
Okay. And then what was the hardest part about being a rancher?
Probably the one of the more difficult parts is getting calls at odd hours, or that cows are out on the road, or something like that all of a sudden you've got to go solve that kind of a problem, and or getting things done on time when weather and things are kind of going against you, like this last year when it was so wet, and which we don't ever complain about being too wet because we're in the grass business. So that's really the business we're in, is growing grass and sending a cow out to harvest it for us.
Oh, interesting.
So that's kind of what we do, and so we don't ever want to turn down rain. Not that we can, but anyway.
Okay. And then, how do you think a large carnivore like a bear might affect your work as a rancher?
Black bears are, we deal with them all the time.
Really?
Yes. I've got 2 different ranches that are major bear habitat. One in Fillmore, one in Ojai. A few years ago, I was on foot because couldn't get into the area that I wanted to check some cows in, and literally got cornered by and kind of held down by a bear for at least 15 or 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
And I think it had some cubs somewhere and was probably being protective of the cubs. I never saw the cubs, but
wow.
I was too busy watching my backside to look for cubs. But anyway, it kind of held me down, and luckily where I was I had phone reception, and I called my buddy that was nearby, and he came up with a dog and we started yelling at each other, and the bear heard somebody else and took off. So, but yeah, it was very spooky, very, very spooky. I will tell you.
And so, do they also have like some impact on your cattle and everything as well? Or?
They will. I have heard that bears will go after a cow when she's calving.
Okay.
I don't know that I've had that. I've had bears come in and eat cows that are already dead.
Okay.
And they tend to like them after they're been hanging around for a little while, and they're kind of nasty. Okay. Lions will eat them on a freshly dead, and bears will, and we have this all on camera, by the way. We've got a lot of trail cam footage of bears eating cows that we have, you get a cow that, an older cow or whatever that has maybe died calving or something like that, you always have a death loss in the cow business, and so we drag them to this one part of the ranch or take them back to this one part of the ranch, and the bears will kind of come around there and help dispose of them, just like the coyotes and the vultures and everything.
Right.
So
Okay.
but they will feed on them. I personally don't know of them attacking a cow, but I've heard that they will go after a cow having a calf.
Okay. And then, do you have any thoughts about the grizzly bear possible reintroduction into California?
I think grizzly bears are awesome. I really do, and I think they're perfect in Alaska.
So, what is your thought process
In California? No.
No.
I don't think that they're an apex predator. They are. We even in our northern part of the state, they are. There's way too much population right now. They are bringing the wolf back into California. That wolf was not in California. They are bringing it where, because a lot of people think that would be cool, and wolves and grizzly bears are major predators, and it's they have a lot of grizzly up in northern Idaho. I had a business up there at one time, and I don't know. It's a big dang animal, and it will kill you.
Right.
And the wolves same way. They're tough. Lions are a little more skittish. They aren't. We have tons of them. We have tons of lions. I just showed you a picture of a lion kill, and I know my neighbor has lost 4 calves in the last couple weeks to a lion.
Mountain lion.
Mountain lion.
Right?
Yes. California, or mountain lion. So we have predators. We have plenty of them, and there's a lot of lions. I can show you a picture of a ranch in Fillmore that we caught one on a trail cam the other night. So we have enough predators around. I don't think we need another one with a grizzly bear. They're not endangered, and I don't think, my personal opinion, we don't need them. Not here. Yeah, and I'm not saying they're not great where they are. That's awesome. Keep them up there. But just like I wouldn't want to see polar bears down here, except in the zoo.
And then, could you describe your world first view regarding wildlife conservation?
World view. That's interesting. Well, I think that as far as that, I think, all species come and go. Seems like. We there's, starting with the dinosaurs and the saber-toothed tigers. There's been stuff, that's been here for a long time, and then that's knocked out for one reason or another, and new species kind of start up, and on a big scale, I would say. As far as conservation goes, locally, you don't ever want to see anything. Nature's great, but we're part of it, and I think it needs to be kept in balance. Just like, they talk about, and I'm sure you've heard about all the lions in the Santa Monica Mountains, and this big overpass thing that they want to do. Some things you just have to kind of say, well, again, lions aren't going extinct. There's tons of them. So catch one, put it in there. Spend $80 million on something like that, or $80 million bringing back the wolf or the anything. It's kind of crazy. But it's just got to be kept in balance. That's all. And I love it. I see it every day. I mean, I live with it. That's part of my deal. Is out in and with nature and getting along with it. We've got in this county a problem with in certain areas on one of the ranches. We've got a problem with feral hogs, and so that's a problem, and so that they get in and start messing with what's supposed to be here, so it's a balance. All
right. Well, thank you so much for the interview.
You're very welcome.